What's up guys, it's Rev J again. Well, with everything going on this summer, I actually haven't been buying a whole lot of new Jordans. I've been putting most of my time and money towards working on the Hatred Copter C10, doing some different things, just kind of enjoying the summer. But I thought it'd be fun to take a look at, instead of a brand new, clean, wonderful shoe, or even instead of something like the damage reports that I did from before, instead we're gonna take a look at probably the absolute most beat shoes that I have. Everybody has that one pair that's been in their rotation forever. They might not be collectible, or they might be something that you paid big dollars for when they were new and you just refuse to let go. Everybody's got that one pair of kicks, and for me, I don't even know why I've had these as long as I have, but I definitely remember why I bought them. And that shoe is this right here, the Osiris Serve Bomber series.
Monster combo!
Let me let the autofocus catch up and just take a look at this shoe right here. As you can see, it has definitely seen better days. Pretty much every panel has marks and scuffs and destruction. So believe it or not, I picked up this pair of shoes when I was probably 16 or 17 years old. I want to say I was probably a sophomore in high school or a junior in high school, depending at the time. And just to date myself, that was probably 2002 or 2003, I would guess. And so needless to say, these shoes are probably about 13 years old, and they've definitely got a crazy amount of wears on them. Now, what drew me to the shoe originally is actually pretty obvious. The design of the shoe, while being a pretty simple low-top skate shoe, really is done a lot of justice by the awesome colorway sort of scheme here. So the obvious inspiration for the shoe was World War II fighter planes and bombers and stuff like that. Up here on the front, you've got this mouth, sort of like I think the P-58 Mustangs used to have. Not super accurate on that, so don't hold me to it, but like the old Mustang fighter jets, I believe they had stuff like that. You've got some skulls and stuff painted here on the side. You've got some insignias along the back. You've got sort of a checkerboard here. I don't remember what used to use a checkerboard. I just always think of the Maryland flag for some reason. Bomb kills here on the side, and some little striping details and stuff that are so worn off you can't even see them anymore, honestly. You've also got the Osiris tag sewn in leather on here, and some of the same details repeated on the inside. We've talked about kind of the base of the shoe. Let's talk about some of the carnage and how it has incurred. Obviously, these things are pretty much wrecked. I've got flat spots on the soles here, just caked with mud and dirt. The whole back on this one is talking, it's peeling right up. Not only is it peeling up from here, but the actual insert liner is peeling away from the lower part there. That's a seriously wrecked shoe. The whole back has been scuffed up here from this dragging. As you can see here as you go up, the leather actually is still all right. It's pretty matted down, but it hasn't worn completely out. It says something for the quality of their materials. Actually, the leather itself, all the way around, is still in reasonable condition. Lots of creasing, lots of scuffing, lots of ripples and stuff like that, but there's actually no wear through, there's no holes, there's no serious body damage to the leather itself, which I think is pretty impressive. I saw a couple years ago, what was it, or last year, Manu Ginobili ripped right through his Nikes in the NBA Finals. Obviously, we're talking slightly different usage of a shoe here, but I just think, you know, compare it. This thing has suffered for 13 years of abuse, and you could still walk in these if you wanted to. The front actually hasn't separated all the way on this one yet. You do have all the texture completely worn off the toe. Dirt is so permanently caked into these things that who knows if it would ever be able to come out. There is some pretty serious scuffing on this particular one, and if you look at the liner here, it's stained and worn out. There's holes completely scuffed in the heel area from just walking in them, putting miles on them. The laces on this side haven't ripped at all, but they are just absolutely caked with stuff. The toe on this one actually has got some blue paint. Now, if you guys follow my build thread or watch any of the Hatred Copter C10 videos, you'll recognize that color. We actually did paint the Hatred Copter C10 in these shoes, or at least I did. Sandwiches, my buddy doesn't like to wear shoes when he paints. That's a completely different story. And you can see that in some of the Plastidip videos. He'll either wear sandals or no shoes at all. Now, if I put this one down and grab the other sneaker here, again, pretty much the same story on this one in terms of damage, a little different. The heel on this one actually stayed attached. You've got the same level of sort of ripping and damaging in here. This one actually had a grinder dropped on it. Again, you got paint worked into the creases here. Again, same flat spot. This one here is so far through, it's actually to the midsole. It's all the way through the rubber sole base. Like I said, the heel is attached, but the toe on this one is talking just a little bit. came loose there. Probably could be fixed with some shoe goo or something like that if I wanted to. Now these weren't skated in too often because I was never very good at skateboarding, but they did occasionally take a beating, a little bit on the toe box here. We have built my entire C10 pretty much wearing these shoes more or less. We painted the C10 in these, we've done plastic dips in these, I learned to MIG weld in these, I learned to TIG weld in these, so honestly they have a little bit of a sentimental value just from being in my life for 13 years. So I know everybody's got a pair of kicks like this that they just refuse to get rid of for one way or another. These are probably gonna hit the dumpster after this video, I hate to say it, but there's just no reason for them anymore. They're so beat down, they don't really offer a lot of comfort or anything. I'm probably gonna hunt eBay and Amazon to see if maybe there's some overstock pairs of these floating around from years ago, but it's 13 years old, so the likelihood of that is pretty small. If you guys have ever seen these, or if you've ever seen them online, or have a pair that I can find in a size 13 or a 14, let me know. I've got my information up top here. I'm actually gonna show you guys these on foot real quick, despite their decrepit condition. So there you go, guys. There they are on foot. Not the most flattering for them, but you know what? We'll make it work for now. Like I said, everybody's got a pair like this. They might be something like the original Jordan 11 Low that you never wanted to get rid of, especially like if it was the bread colorway, you know what I mean? Or the Space Jams or something like that, that you've got a million wears into them, but you're never gonna throw them away. For other people, it might be something simple like an Adidas or a skate shoe or whatever that's just been with you for huge parts of your life. I know kids that were into like New Balance and stuff that had actually had their New Balance resold 2 to 3 times in high school because they just loved them so much. So as always, guys, like I said, I got my information up top here. Like, comment, and subscribe. Do you have a pair like this? I know you do. Please tell me about them. Let me know in the comments below if you got a pair like this. Let me know what your most beaten pair of shoes is. And if you said, hit me up on Twitter, use the hashtag #BeatKicks. Beat kicks. What are your most beat kicks? As always, guys, thank you for watching. I've got more of the Hatricopter C10 coming up. We got some Plastidip stuff this summer. As always, more shoe reviews. I got a few different gaming videos coming up and probably some unique stuff that I haven't done before. As always, if there's anything you want to see, feel free to let me know. My information's all over the place. Check out my build on the 67 to 72 Chevy truck forums if you want detailed stuff on that. Okay, so check this out. I had those shoes sitting in my lap while I was filming this, right? And take a look at this. Hold on. I'm hoping you guys can see that there if it focuses here. My entire lap here, as well as sort of the chair and the pillow below me, are all just covered in loose dirt and debris from those shoes, as well as cat fuzz and all sorts of other shit. So, wow. That just kind of goes to show you how absolutely destroyed these things were. We'll see you next time, guys. Subscribe to Rev J HD.